That's my one question when I ring a customer up. I always say, did you get enough to eat? And they'll be like, yeah, and they'll hold their bag up. I want to make sure you're full when you go.
It's nearly impossible to leave Jathan Ippolito's florist, candy shop, restaurant in downtown Bedford hungry. But this place will fill you with more than just food. You better be ready for a good time and a laugh when you walk into the Blue Lady.
That sign's spelt wrong, but it's on purpose. So I did that, and people from out of town says, do you know that's spelt wrong? And I'm like, no, that's Bedfordese for greeting cards. You got any greeting cards?
There's a story behind just about everything in this old bank. And yes, you can eat inside the vault. We'll get to that in a minute. Growing up watching his grandmother in the kitchen, Jathan, aka Jake, loved baking cakes. He also had a passion for flowers, so when the town florist sold their shop 14 years ago, he put down an offer.
I bought it on Friday and put in my 2-week notice on Monday at Walmart.
Jake was off and running. He had a cake and a flower shop, but he needed a bigger space. So he moved into a spot with a blue roof, and then one day he went to an auction and bid on a Blue Lady.
There's a picture up here on the wall of a lady in a blue dress playing the piano. I purchased her because once we left the house with the blue roof, then the Blue Lady had to come from somewhere. So she became our Blue Lady.
Now back to that old bank, which is a bit of an illusion from the outside.
How is this building so much bigger than the out front?
Being able to use the safe was a deal breaker when moving here. Jake knew it would be a hit, and he was right.
People will call ahead to reserve the safe just so they can say they sat in the safe and ate.
One regular who always locked down the table in the safe was Charlotte Wood. She passed away after a battle with cancer, but her memory is secure in this place.
We put up above the safe in memory of Charlotte, and you'd be surprised how many people come in, and they're like, I know Charlotte.
The hummingbird on the wall, another nod to someone known around town. Her name was Patty Ann.
She would zip around town. You would see her everywhere. So that's why I chose a hummingbird for her.
You'll also find Patty Ann down the street, right in front of the municipal building.
Me and Jim and Arthur's Jewelry got together and made a little plaque. And on the bench down there on the corner where she always sat, in loving memory of Patty Ann. We've got some great people in Bedford.
Spirit of Bedford, it's alive and well. So now that you feel like family, Jake's gonna feed you like family.
Chicken salad is our #1 seller. A lot of people want the recipe, and I'm like, I make it with this hand and I don't wash it.
Jokes aside, Jake said he's made so much chicken salad over the years, he can't even eat it anymore.
I don't eat it. 12 years of making chicken salad. Can't bring myself to do it.
But just because he don't eat it, doesn't mean I won't eat it.
I'm from my friend. I don't care how much chicken salad I made. I could never stop eating this.
You'll also find something on the menu Jake says you can't get anywhere else.
We're still the only restaurant in town right now that sells boar's head meat.
I love boar's head meat, which is what they serve here.
And our club sandwich is like this thick, but we don't do the 3 bread, we only do the 2.
That's a tall club right there. The penthouse club's what we call that. It's the only place in town you get that boar's head meat.
One of the good spots to grab lunch in Bedford.
The menu rotates throughout the year, so does that homemade candy you find as soon as you walk in.
About 10 pounds of candy a day.
Hot pepper down the hatch. Little tongue torture. That's a nice palate cleanser.
Being one of the few options in town, Jake says this place packs out daily for lunch.
And we have a book outside for you to sign when you come. And a lot of times they'll put comments in there, great sandwich. So it's knowing that you'd have made somebody happy and they enjoy what you're doing for them.
The Blue Lady, a hometown eat filled with hometown stories.